Good morning. The Honorable Mr. Dr. Soherman, S.A. MSc, as Head Department of Management, Faculty of Economics. Mrs. Dr. Randa Basra Saidani, MSc, Mrs. Rahmi S.A. MSM, as a supervisor, and to Mr. and Mrs. as an expert, examiner, and secretary of the station who I respect. My name is Wil Gania Nopenita. Today, I would like to present my thesis with the title The Influence of E-Service Quality and Price on Customer Satisfaction, Informing Repurchase Intention. At the moment, the development of digital technology in Indonesia is growing rapidly. The development of increasing sophisticated digital technology has led to an increasing number of people using the internet to facilitate their activities. The development of digital technology has also changed people's lifestyle, which are usually done conventional to all digital or online. In line with the above phenomenon, the increase in internet user is also caused by government regulation. Starting from the beginning of 2020, the government urges all the people not to carry out activity in public place and to stay active at home. This due to emergence of a virus outbreak that originated in China, namely the coronavirus or COVID-19. The imposition of this restriction had a negative impact on various industrial sectors. In particular, the food and beverage industry experienced a decline in revenue in every restaurant and cafe. The decline in revenue caused most restaurants and cafes to close and transfer from offline to online. Jeko Donut and Coffee, are commonly known as a Jeko, is a fast food restaurant from Indonesia, the specialist in donut and coffee, and has pioneered its business in several countries. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, Jeko closed most outlets in various cities and transformed to e-service by using a delivery website. This makes Jeko get a lot of complaints from consumers about inefficient quality of electronic service or e-service quality. In addition, a number of consumers also consider that the price offered by Jeko is quite high when compared to its competitor. So, that is make consumers dissatisfied with e-service quality and prices offered by Jeko and can cause a decrease in repurchase intention for Jeko customers. The literature review. First is service quality. Service quality is the extent to which a website provides convenience in shopping, buying efficiently, and product delivery effectively. Second, price. Price is the amount of money charged for a product, again the total value exchanged by consumer. Third, customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is the result or outcome that is felt by the customer or the use of the product, both goods and service, which are equal to or exceed the expectation desired by consumer. Repurchase intention is defined as the customer desire to repurchase products from the same company with benefit obtained based on their experience with the products that have been purchased. Previous research. Rita Oliveira and Farisa 2019 found the result is that quality of electronic service has a significant effect on customer satisfaction. Kalati et al. 2019 find the result of the study found that there was an influence between price on customer satisfaction. And Hongdianto et al. 2020 find the result of the study show that service quality has a significant effect on the repurchase intention of online store. And Singh Alok 2021 found the results show that price has a significant effect on repurchase intention. And last, Xu and Co. 2019 find the result. The result of this study obtained a positive and significant influence between customer satisfaction on repurchase intention. Research hypothesis. First, there is a positive and significant influence between a service quality on customer satisfaction. Second, there is positive and significant influence between price on customer satisfaction. Third, there is a positive and significant influence between a service quality on repurchase intention. Fourth, there is a positive and significant influence between price on repurchase intention. And last, there is a positive and significant influence between customer satisfaction on repurchase intention. Research methods. The research method used in this research is quantity method. This study used a purposive sampling technique by taking 200 samples as respondents. The result of the data from this study will be processed and analyzed using the Structural Equation Model, or SEM, which will be operated with AMO software version 26 and SPSS version 25. The variable contained in this study include the independent variable is service quality and price. The mediating variable is customer satisfaction, and the dependent variable is repurchase intention. Data analysis method in this research use descriptive analysis, validity test. There are exploratory factor analysis, confirmatory factor analysis, and then reliability test, and last, hypothesis test. Population in this research, the target population in this study are consumers who have made purchase through the JECO Donut and Coffee Delivery website. And sample, the characteristic of the sample needed in this study are consumers who have made purchases through the JECO Delivery website at least twice in the last 6 months. In addition, other criteria that must be possessed are consumers who are domiciled in Jabodetabek and are aged from 17 years. And next, the result of research. Respondent profile description. In this study, female respondent dominated the entire respondent, as many as 120 people, or as much as 60% of the total respondent. Second, in this study, most respondents came from the age range of 22 to 27 years, with a total of 97 people, and had a percentage of 48.5% of the total respondent. Based on the respondent data that has been obtained regarding the distribution of domicile, it is found that the respondents are dominated by consumers who live in the Bekasi area, with the percentage of 50.5% of the total respondents. Respondents who completed their education at SMA dominated all respondents in this study. The number obtained is 97 respondents with a total percentage of 48.5% of the total respondents. Last, respondents who work as a student or college student dominate the overall respondent, as many as 85 people with a percentage of 42.5% of the total respondents. Next, data descriptive analysis. First, there is a service quality variable. The answer of most respondents is agree with a percentage of 40%, and the statement item with the highest percentage of 50% is ESQ5, which states that online transactions with the JECO delivery website are error-free. Second, the statement item with the lowest percentage is ESQ8, which states JECO is always willing to handle complaints and help customers, and was answered by 71 respondents with a percentage of 35.5%. The number of respondents who gave answer on negative scale is less than the positive scale. It can be called that the descriptive analysis or the service quality variables has a positive tendency. Next, price variables. The answer of most respondents is agree with a percentage of 42.3%. The statement item with the highest percentage of 47.5% is P2, which states that JECO provides competitive price. Second, the statement item with the lowest percentage is P3, which states JECO often offers special offers or occasional offers, and was answered by 67 respondents with a percentage of 33.5%. The number of respondents who gave answers on a positive scales was more than the negative scales. It can be concluded that descriptive analysis for the price variable has a positive tendency. Next, customer satisfaction variables. The answer of most respondents is agree with a percentage of 42.6%, and the statement item with the highest percentage of 46% was CS3, which states that I thought I did the right thing when I decided to use this JECO delivery website. And then the statement item with the lowest percentage is CS4, which states I always get what I want from JECO delivery website, and was answered by 72 respondents with percentage of 36%. And the number of respondents who gave answers on a positive scales was more than the negative scales. It can be concluded that the descriptive analysis for the customer satisfaction variables has a positive tendency. Next, repurchase intention variables. The answer of most respondents is agree with a percentage of 41.1%. The statement items with the highest percentage of 44.5% are RI1 and RI2. RI1 statement state that I will make more purchase through this JECO delivery website in the future. And RI2 state I will intensive purchase through the JECO delivery website. And then the statement item with the lowest percentage is RI4, which states I intend to continue buying food and drinks through the JECO delivery website, and was answered by 67 respondents with a percentage of 33.5%. The number of respondents who gave answers on a positive scales was more than negative scales. It can be concluded that the descriptive analysis of four purchase intention variables has a positive tendency. Next, exploratory factor analysis or EVA is service quality variable. The result of factor analysis with KMO on the service quality variables are greater than 0.5, which is 0.891. The result of barrel test of sparsity show that the significance is 0.000, which means that it meets the requirements less than 0.05. Based on the test, the service quality variables has no dimensions and no indicator are eliminated. In addition, all indicators owned by the service quality variables are also declared valid. And then price variables. The result of factor analysis with KMO on the price variables are greater than 0.5, which is 0.862. The result of barrel test of sparsity show that the significance is 0.000, which means that it meets the requirements less than 0.05. According to the test exploratory factor analysis, price variables has no dimensions and no indicator are eliminated. In addition, all indicators owned by the price variables and also declare valid. Next, customer satisfaction variables. The result of factor analysis with KMO on the customer satisfaction variables are greater than 0.5, which is 0.874. The result of barrel test of sparsity show that significant is 0.000, which means that it meets the requirements less than 0.05. Based on the test, the customer satisfaction variables has no dimensions and no indicators are eliminated. In addition, all indicators owned by customer satisfaction can also be said valid. Next, repurchase intention. The result of factor analysis with KMO on the repurchase intention variables are greater than 0.5, which is 0.849. The result of barrel test of sparsity show that the significance is 0.000, which means that it meets the requirements less than 0.05. According to test, the repurchase intention variables has no dimension and no indicator eliminated. In addition, all indicators owned by repurchase intention variables are also declared valid. Next, reliability test. Reliability testing is carried out with Chromebook Alpha to measure the instrument being tested is always consistent from time to time with relatively the same result. Reliability can be said to be good if the alpha value greater than 0.70. The reliability test in this study shows that all variables has value that have met the reliable requirements. This result can be proven by Chromebook alpha value of each variable as approaches the number 1. So, it can be concluded that the variables of service quality, price, customer satisfaction, and repurchase intention are reliable. Next, confirmatory factor analysis. Based on the goodness of fit tables, the test results show that all the variables construct in the study is not yet fit and has a bad score. Therefore, it is necessary to modify the construct by retesting and by reducing several indicators, so that the researcher get a construct that meets the fit criteria. This can be done by looking at the output modification indices. Confirmatory factor analysis of service quality variables after modification. Based on the value of modification indices to achieve a fit construct, this is the result of modification that have been made. Modifications are made by reducing the 3 indicators from service quality, namely ESQ1, ESQ6, and ESQ8. After the modification, it can be seen from the table above that the construct of service quality already has a fit model that already meets the requirements of confirmatory. Next, price variables after modification. Based on the value the modification indices to achieve a fit construct, this is the result of modification that have been made. Modification is done by reducing one indicator from price variable, namely P4. After the modification, it can be seen from the table above that the construct of price variables already has a fit model that already meet the requirements of conformity. Next, customer satisfaction variables after modification. This is the result of modification that have been made. Modification is done by reducing one indicator from customer satisfaction variables, namely is CS2. After the modification, it can be seen from the table above that the construct of customer satisfaction variable already has a fit model and already meets the requirements of conformity. So it can be stated that customer satisfaction variable is fit. Next, repurchase intention variables after modification. This is the result of the modification that have been made. Modification is done by reducing one indicator from the repurchase intention variable, namely RI1. After the modification, it can be seen from the table above that the construct of repurchase intention variable already has a fit model that already meets the requirements of conformity. So it can be stated that repurchase intention variables is fit. Next, confirmatory factor analysis of full model from SAM. Based on the goodness of fit table, it can be concluded that model cannot be said fit. This is because three are index values that do not meet the requirements, namely are probability 0.000, AGFI 0.858, and GFI 0.891. Next, confirmatory factor analysis, full model SAM after modification. Based on the value of the modification indices to achieve a fit full construct model, this is the result of modification that have been made. Modification to the full model construct are reduced by several indicators of each variable. In full model test after modification, two indicators from service quality variables are reduced, namely ESQ9 and ESQ10. And then a reduction is made to one indicator of price variable, namely P2. And then a reduction is made to one indicator of the customer satisfaction variable, namely CS5. No reduction was made to the indicators of the repurchase intention variables. Next test is hypothesis test. The hypothesis can be accepted and is said to have a significant effect if it has a significant level or p-value less than 0.05. However, if the p-values are greater than 0.05, then the proposed hypothesis is rejected or has no significant effect. The hypothesis can be accepted and is said to be significant if the value CR or critical ratio greater than 1.96. However, if the critical ratio value is less than 1.96, then the proposed hypothesis is rejected or has no significant effect. And then the result of hypothesis test show that service quality variable doesn't have a positive and significant effect on repurchase intention. It because service quality on repurchase intention have p-value are greater than 0.05 and critical ratio value is less than 1.96. And last, conclusion and suggestion. In the study, conclusion based on the result of research and testing that have been carried out, the conclusion that can be drawn are service quality has been proven to have a positive and significant effect on customer satisfaction. And then price is proven to have a positive and significant effect on customer satisfaction. And then service quality does not have a positive and significant effect on repurchase intention. And then price is proven to have a positive and significant effect on repurchase intention. And then last, customer satisfaction is proven to have a positive and significant effect on repurchase intention. Through the result of this test, it can be proven that the higher the level of customer satisfaction felt by the customer, the higher the customer's intention to repurchase at Jeko through the Jeko delivery website. Next, suggestion in this study. Further research can use service quality variables with different research objects, considering that the digital marketing area is growing rapidly. Further, the research can be used, the object of this research, but with different variables, because there are still many variables that have the potential to be developed, such as post-usage usefulness, behavioral intention, and recovery service quality, and then loyalty intention. And last, further research can be carried out with a wider range, both in terms of area coverage, number of sample, and research model. That's all for the presentation. Thank you.